Number 1. Graph the following inequalities on a number line. Take a moment and pause the video and try problems 1A and 1B. So, number 1A is to graph x is greater than 9. The values of x that are greater than 9 would be the values of x to the right of 9 on a number line. And since 9 is not greater than 9, we would put an open circle at 9 and then shade all of the values to the right. Part B says negative 12 is greater than or equal to x. That would be equivalent to saying that x is less than or equal to negative 12, which means we want to graph all the values to the left of negative 12, including negative 12. So I'll put a closed circle at negative 12 and shade all of the values to the left. Number 2 says to solve the following inequalities and graph your solutions in a number line. Go ahead and pause the video and give 2A and 2B a try. Okay, let's start by solving 2A by simplifying the right side of the inequality. I'll leave the left side alone, and I'll combine the like terms on the right, which are 9 and 2. So 9 plus 2 is 11. So we have the opposite of x plus 11. Now I'm going to try to get the x's on the same side of the inequality, so I will add x to both sides. Since we're adding a value, we don't need to change the direction of the inequality, and if we add x to both sides, we would get 4x minus 7 is greater than 11. Next, we'll add 7 to both sides. 11 plus 7 is 18, and then divide both sides by 4, and x would be greater than 18/4, which we could simplify to 9/2. And if we graph that on the number line, we would want to graph all of the values of x to the right of 9/2, but not including 9/2. So an open circle at 9/2 and then shade to the right. Now for part B, again, I'm going to start by simply simplifying. So on the left side, I'll distribute the 3 and get 15x plus 3. I'll leave the right side of the inequality alone. And now, in order to simplify the inequality, I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 2, so I won't have this fractional expression on the right side. Now, when we multiply both sides of an inequality by a negative, we have to switch the direction of the inequality. And if I multiply the left side by negative 2, I need to make sure to multiply all of the terms on the left side by negative 2. So that would give us negative 30x minus 6. And then we would have 13 plus 20x on the right side. Next, I will try to get the x's on the same side of the inequality by adding 30x to both sides. That would give us negative 6 is less than 13 plus 50x. Next, I'll subtract 13 from both sides of the inequality. That would give us negative 19 is less than 50x. And then last but not least, I would divide both sides by 50, which would give us negative 19/50 is less than x. And if we graph that on a number line, we would graph all of the values to the right of negative 19/50, because if negative 19/50 is less than x, that means x is greater than negative 19/50. So I will put an open circle at negative 19/50, since we're not including that value, and then shade all of the points to the right. Go ahead and pause the video and try number 3. Number 3 says write an inequality for each of the following graphs. So this part of the graph, or this graph, has all of the points to the left of negative 6 shaded, but not including negative 6. So that would be x is less than negative 6. This part of the graph has all the values to the right of negative 2 shaded, including negative 2, so that means that x is greater than or equal to negative 2.